Hello from a not so spring. It's 3.5 degrees and like where is spring at? What is happening? I don't really know how to start this vlog. I obviously didn't have a vlog last week. The one before was skiing, and I just feel like there's this elephant in the room that I need to mention. No one's probably noticed, but like vlogging has been bottom of the priority. Like this is the glamorous I have looked since being away. I've literally been living in the same joggers, hair slicked back. Today's the first day I've washed my hair in ages. It's just been all a bit messy and crazy and busy and stressful and tears and everything. But Darren's not been that well, and he doesn't have anything like life-threatening or anything like that, but he's like severely not well. Not going into too much detail, it's not my business to share really, but just more like an update to like update what's like happening. And I've always said vlogging is like therapy, and man do I need some therapy right now. So yeah, Darren is like severely not well, so I've basically been his carer, hence why I've been not glam, just looking after him and everything, and obviously still trying to like work full time and manage the house and everything that's been going on. So it has just been like the craziest time, and obviously I'm meant to go away on Saturday for this family holiday. Darren will no longer be coming because he's not well. So it would just be myself, which I'm quite apprehensive about. Like, I've never stayed in a hotel room on my own. Like, it's like couples, and I just feel like these special family holidays he should be there. So I'm like really upset that he can't come, but obviously his health is priority. And if it was any other occasion I would stay back with him, but because it's such a big celebration, and there's lots of things planned and whatnot, he just wouldn't let me stay back anyway. So yeah, there's just like 101 things going on, and it's just been stressful really. So hence why there was no vlog last week. I wasn't going to vlog this week, but I thought it might be a nice outlet for me, because I feel a little bit like in limbo as well. Like, although I'm working, my head's all over the place. I'm not really sure what I'm doing on the daily. So I thought it might be a nice way to channel like my thoughts and things like that. So yeah, I'm currently in the car. I have a bundle next to me of invites to be posted, things to be returned, invites to go to my mum to help me because she's been helping me massively with all workload stuff. So I'm off to like organise that, which will hopefully be like a little head chest gone that's like accumulating in my mind. So that's what I'm off to do, and then I'm actually off to an appointment with a girl. I'm fed up of this chin, right? I'm just fed up of it, and I'm getting rid of it. So I am going to get some fat dissolving injections and see how they turn out. So that's what I'm going to do today. Obviously I'll document how the chin goes. There's also been a ton of stuff going on in the house. The living room's done. It looks phenomenal. I don't even think I've shown anything of it, so I've got to update everybody on that. And I just had a massive delivery of stuff that I ordered from Charles Interior, Charles T or something Interior. They have the most gorgeous stuff ever, so I'll unbox that later with you. Well, we're back. I've had my chin done. Do I look slimmer? It's obviously going to take a week, 2 weeks for it to kick in, but basically she just like grabs this little pouch, which if it's like somewhere stubborn, like you can literally get this anywhere that's like stubborn fat that does not budge. Like, no matter how skinny I have ever been, how much weight I lose, it never budges from this area. I think I've spoken about it before when I've had like chin filler to like give the illusion. So yeah, basically she put a few injections here. It breaks down the fat cells. You've got to drink a lot of water to like flush it out your system. Gui Shun's good, and supposedly it gives good results. So I've got 3 sessions. So I'll keep you posted with how it goes, but yeah, it wasn't painful, literally took 10 minutes, I was in and out. But yeah, I'm excited to have a more chiselled jaw for the wedding is the aim. Anyway, I also fell into some home shops on the way back and I bought a lamp. So I thought, let's just go through all my most recent home purchases because there's been quite a fair few. So, potted bowl. All these little bits, I have no idea where I'm going to style them. I have little subtle thoughts in my mind, but I'm going to collate everything once the dining table arrives, which should be like yesterday. I'm going to style up everything in here and hopefully have it finished. So I got this cute little bowl, light as a feather by the way, which I was surprised by. So this is £22.95. To be fair, I kind of thought it'd be a little bit bigger for that price, but love the vibes, love how it looks like that ceramic-y, stony type of expensive pot, but it's very light, so like if you've got floating shells, things like that, perfect. Then I got two smaller versions of them for beigeier base. These are actually heavier and they're smaller. So two of these are £21.90, and my thinking for these is I might save these for my open shelf styling when the study gets done. Like one of these next to like some books and a wee candle, just like keep them for styling that. If not, I think on the kitchen windowsills would be quite nice. Then the next one, which is my second favourite, is this big dish, which is heavy, large, and for me, I feel like it's quite a good price. How nice is this bowl? So it's like, I think it's actually is ceramic because it's very, very heavy. £39.95, delicate white dish. The plan for this was to style it up on the coffee table, but I think it's a bit too big, so I'm going to probably have to find it another home. Maybe like my little black sideboard, which I also haven't even shown you, I don't think, which I built. I'm in the middle of styling that as well. But bowls like this are like so versatile, like you can just have them as is on a table. If my thinking was to like have it to like keep my remotes and stuff in, have it empty, have it just on an open shelf in, whether it be in your kitchen, like a glass open cabinet, just to like fill a space, a hall console just to like pop your keys in, things like that. A big dish is essential, and you know, you could even use this as like a serving tray. Like imagine this with like some salad in it or like popcorn or something when you've got guests round. I just love it. This is probably too expensive for what it is. This was £35, but it's a really nice wooden, effectively it's a fruit bowl, but you can have multiple purposes. You can have like potpourri in it, you can have, there was like artificial artichokes on their website which I was tempted to buy to put in just as like decor. Again, this would be nice on like open shelving, on a table, act as a bowl or as a fruit bowl. Many uses. I personally think it's great. Now that I've seen it, I thought it was maybe going to be a touch bigger. They do them in different sizes, but for £35 this is probably maybe not worth that money. However, I'm definitely keeping it because it took ages to arrive and I do love it. Now the best for last. So this one I do think is good value for money because these pots are extortionate everywhere I've looked for them. So picture the big oak table, big 8-seater oak table in the nook over there, rustic vibes, and I wanted like a nice big statement vase, like an urn vase, with like rustic foliage, branches, nothing too like bouquet-ish, like very rustic and natural. And this just does the job. I personally am obsessed with this, like the way it looks aged and used and rustic, I just really, really love. And it does have like a rough texture to it. And it's got the cute, if I can pop it here, it's very heavy. It's got the cute wee handles. I just think it's super, super nice. Like this is styled with some more modern stuff on the table, like maybe brass would be nice. I just love it. Next home, £99. Ooh, just a nice kind of brass lamp. to go on my little console. So I'm gonna open that right now and pop it on the console and show you it, and then I can show you my other little bits which are also styled up as well. Okay, I'm happy with the vase. It's in place. I get too excited and I like rip things open, and I just ripped the box open and thought, oh, if I have to return this, it's going to be difficult. But I'm happy with it, so let me show you. Also, you're going to see my new sideboard, which I built the day we got back from skiing by myself, and when I say it was the hardest thing ever, it was the hardest thing ever. Like, I don't know how it was so difficult. I basically have one tiny little screw that I'm using for every bit of DIY in this house. Obviously Darren would usually have his toolbox and I just don't know where it is. I don't want to pester him, so I have this one little screwdriver which I'm just using for everything. So it was a little bit tricky, but we got there. Anyway, let me show you. So this is my little sideboard. Glass cabinets, not styled fully, but I've just popped some bits in here. I got these little baskets for £3 each from B&M. And I've just put my usual, like my own glassware in there, a little cake stand. Ideally I would like a white ceramic one in there, but not important enough right now. This is the lamp in situ. My fear was that it's going to blend with the wall, but then I have a mirror to go here, so I don't think it's that big a deal. I do like how the brass is very subtle, it's not too gold-like. So yeah, happy with this, happy with the height, because this actually came up a little bit smaller. I thought it was going to be longer and taller, but I just didn't have the energy to like return it and start again. So we need a little bit of height. I also picked up these two books from TK Maxx and this little pot, which was £7.99, which I thought for like the weight of it was really good. So I obviously need to get some like maybe dried baby's breath in there or something. Again, this isn't styled at all, but this is very scarily resting on the curve. But this is going to go actually on the wall, and then the lamp will go there. So I think all in all it'll be a nice little nook. Maybe like a little basket or something just to fill this void. But yeah, that is what's happening in here. Okay, now for what is surprisingly my most favourite room in the house, because the living room was like an afterthought. It was never going to be our favourite room. We thought through there was going to be our favourite, but once this got panelled and painted, I literally walk in this room and think, this could be a hotel. Like, it is so nice. There's still some to do. You can see the paint. There's still some bits left to do, which I'll talk you through as I'm showing you around. But for now, it's definitely giving us the vibes. I am obsessed. Ta-da! So we obviously got everything painted in this lovely, it's Darlington by Coat Paints, but we got Valspar to match it. Obviously the guys from Wild Joinery panelled. So the telly is to go up in this square. This will go. Obviously I'll get a proper side table because the makeshift side table is not giving the vibes, but you get the gist. I moved the Ralph Lauren floor lamp through here because I just thought it worked really nicely. I also have wall lights on order for these two bits, so once the wall lights are in, the lamps may move, maybe to like a corner or this corner or something. In this window, I do plan on having two accent seats, depending on the size, or maybe just one. Still swithering because this couch came and it's bigger than we thought. Have I shown you the couch? Is this the first time we're seeing the couch? I actually can't even remember. I think it might be, you know. Have I told you about the carpet? I'm going to have to look back on the old vlogs and see if I've told you, but if you've not seen the couch, ta-da, here's your couch. And we've got the matching footstool. It has a lovely gold trim on the edges, and it's a really big 4-seater, so like if I sit on this and put my legs up, like I'm not even halfway. It's like really nice and big, so we're just loving having a big couch to snuggle on. So once this is gone, it'll be very spacious and open. So this side, I think I'm going to get a nice console, mirror, and just decor bits, just to fill the void because I think that side feels a bit empty. And then I think I'd mentioned we got temporary Dunelm curtains just to like privacy off the living room. That's not even a phrase, but you know what I mean. Until the shutters get put in. So the shutters are getting put in this month when we're back from holiday. But I actually really like these curtains. They're just too thin, so I think I'm going to double up and effectively have 2 sets on either side, just to thicken it and then have them as nice like decor curtains, because when the shutters are in we won't need to move them. That is the plan. I look very red. That is the plan for in here. Definitely just so in love with it, and I'm very happy with how it's all coming together. So yeah, in a week I go away on holiday, come back, and then the garden gets started. Like, how has that came around so fast? So the garden will begin pretty much the day after I come back, and the study renovation also begins. I did get some drawings in from the joiners, how I'm wanting that back wall. Oh my god, hear those birds. How I do want that back wall with like the tongue and groove backdrop, the open shelving, built-ins and all that. So I'll pop a little inspo pic of their render, not an inspo pic, their render drawing, just to give a little idea of how that'll look. The little bits at the top of the open shelving, which my mum thought was a drawer, way up there, is actually going to be like little sconce lighting. They're going to run out run cables, and we're going to have little sconce lights above each side of the open shelving. And then I'll get a nice bit of artwork to like hang in front of the tongue and groove in the middle slat bit. So yeah, everything is happening. Upstairs is still like nothing is being touched. Darren is like moving between the 2 bedrooms, like with the beds in them, so there's no point even starting upstairs until he's better. But we both agreed that the feng shui is 100% off in our bedroom, so once he's better I think we will 100% start working on where we want to sleep and how we want to decorate. Good morning. Apologies again for the state of me. I am about to deep clean the entire house. Darren's away at his hospital appointment, so he's out of the room, out of the bedroom, and I can just deep clean everything. So that is my plan in about 10 minutes time, hence why I look like this. Chin update. Doesn't seem too swollen. Oh, maybe it is a bit swollen, because you swell up usually before it comes down. So it doesn't seem as swollen. I was kind of expecting to wake up with a big fat neck, but it doesn't seem that bad. So we're going to drink tons of water today, no makeup obviously for 24 hours, so then tonight I'll do my skincare and I will start to gua sha my neck, and then see how I wake up tomorrow. But I thought I would show you, I spent last night kind of styling up a little black unit. Darren has promised when he comes back he's going to put the picture frame up because he's feeling like he can do that today. So, not the picture frame, the mirror. But for now, you'll see my little side table and how I've styled it up. Ta-da! So, obviously the lamp. I think I'm going to get more and fresher baby's breath here. That's just stolen from the kitchen. Obviously a little candle, and then I've got the Kinfolk table and just a couple of the Scottish wedding magazines just for a little bit of colour, and then my gorgeous Charles Ted interior bowl. So yeah, I'm actually loving this little nook. I look so much better than the other day. I literally just watched back what I'd vlogged because I couldn't remember, and I looked shit. I'm not saying I look great now, but my face definitely looks a lot fresher. We've both been sleeping a lot better, and yeah, things are definitely on the upward trajectory, and Darren is quickly making a recovery after he had an appointment where he got medication and stuff like that. So that has made a massive difference very quickly. There's still a lot of progress to be done, but in terms of like him functioning and everything, he's like up and about now. Like, he's been at the gym the past 2 days just to do like really lightweight, just on the bike, just to get his body moving. He can't like hold things or like be on his feet too much. So yeah, he's just been going and getting his body moving, and I think he feels great for it, and he can sleep now because he had a really bad insomnia, which was a side effect. So he was just up all night, and then in turn it would wake me up because he would be up and down, and I was obviously worried, so I was up checking on him, literally trying to get him to sleep, like massaging him, getting like the essential oils in the diffuser. It was just like, it was a lot. So now we're both sleeping, so I feel a lot better. And I've finally gotten dressed in normal clothes. I am so happy to be rid of chucking on a hoodie in the morning. Yeah, I'm feeling like I'm getting back to myself, and so is Darren, so it's great. He's currently away at a hospital appointment just now for some other things, which should hopefully make him extra better. But last night he finally put up the mirror. Obviously I've not been bothering him with doing anything around the house, but last night my mirror finally went up. It was a bit of a task because I say his hands are not, can't hold things that well, so I was like doing the screwing into the walls. But my little vignette of my black console, I think that's the word, vignette, it just looks lovely now, so let me show you. Mirror is up! Fully styled. Can't remember if I've shown you or not, but yeah. I'm happy with how this has turned out, so yeah. I also picked up some bits from Dunelm for the main bathroom upstairs, just like a toilet roll holder and a little towel rail thing to be screwed into the wall, which I tried to do myself last night, and I just made two holes in the wall that are not meant to be there. Darren came home earlier than he was meant to be. He was at the gym, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this while he's away. And I just screwed two nails into the wall, which was two screws into the wall, which I didn't know you're not meant to just screw screws into plasterboard. But I did it, and now there's two holes in the wall, so Darren's gonna have to fix that. So yeah, that's that. I also packed my case, and I was going to do a pack with me, but I just didn't have time. I was doing it at like 10 o'clock the other night, and it's just a mess. Like, I have literally just thrown everything into the case. Somehow I've got 13 pairs of shoes for 7 days, and they're all needed. Like, I have written down my outfits in the shoes, and there's 13 pairs. But you know what, I don't care, because as I say, I've not been glam at all, so I'm excited to get full glam every day. But actually, I wonder if I can show you. My grandma probably won't watch this before the holiday, so basically when we go away, it's their diamond wedding anniversary, and also their and also my grandma's 80th. Just gonna rest my hand on the melon. So we're doing like lots of celebrations. We've hired a yacht for a surprise for my grandma's birthday, and then on their diamond wedding anniversary we've got family over there who are throwing a surprise like Hawaiian themed party. So we're just gonna say, oh, we're just gonna go and say hi, and then we're gonna go and like everyone's gonna be dressed up and stuff. So I have got them like a Hawaiian shirt and a Hawaiian sarong for my grandma, but the pattern is like each other's faces. Let me see if I can dig it out. This is my granddad's Hawaiian shirt with my grandma's face on it, and then my grandma's sarong with my granddad's face on it. They're literally going to die when they see it. It's going to be so funny. Also, how cute is my little beach bag with my initials on it? It's basically a dupe of the I Bought Leon one, even though that's not a designer, but it's quite pricey. I think it's like 80 quid or something. I literally just got that on Etsy for like 20 quid or something. I also got a ton of sandals from, I say I've not bought anything for this holiday. I bought a few daytime things, mostly because I've obviously been preoccupied with Darren and the house and everything. I've not been to the gym, so none of my bikinis fitted me. So I had to buy a whole lot of like daytime stuff. So whilst I was there, I also got a whole bunch of shoes to take away. Now, as we know, I'm trying to like stay clear of fast fashion and invest in like good quality pieces, but because I know that I was having to buy bigger sizes that probably won't stay in my wardrobe a long time, I just got stuff off Shein, which I know it's fast fashion and I know it's quite controversial with everything going online about their like messaging on the labels and stuff, but I just didn't want to spend a lot of money. And personally, I've bought sandals from Shein before and hands down they are the most comfortable sandals I own, like from anywhere I've ever bought sandals. Even my Celine ones, these are much more comfortable. So I bought a whole bunch, including these like little cream ones, which are kind of like a dupe of the Hermes ones. Literally they're cheap as chips, so I got them. Let me see if I can pop you on the radiator and I'll see if I can show you the other ones that I got. I also got this little bikini, which is super cute, like Cole being nosy. Like a little pink crochet one. Again, so cheap. Got a few like daytime cord sets. Where did I put my shoes? Right, okay, here's the shoes. Move this. So I got these kind of like gold rattan style woven ones. Like these. I also got these brown ones with the pearl details. I also have these like brown tortoise style of one. Look what's arrived! My table! It's all wrapped up and the other one is still here, and as I mentioned we have no dining chairs, so the chairs that are there are the old grey ones, just to see for sizing, and we can definitely fit 3 on either side and then one at the top, so we can have our 8-seater. I'm very happy we went for the darker option, just so it just adds a bit of depth to this room, because I didn't want it to like wash in too much with like the floor and the walls and stuff like that. So I'm going to unwrap this and see what it looks like. I am so obsessed. So this is reclaimed wood, so there's like some texture on it, some like little knots and stuff like that, and it is just so beautiful. So we went for the picnic style with the cross legs on either side, but they do like overhand the table, so you can put a seat here, which I was worried about how far this would come out, so I am just so happy with it. So I'm going to need to see the maintenance on this and see how to wash it and what can go on it and stuff like that. But I'm going to put an inspo pic of the style of chairs that I would like to have with this, because these obviously do not go. So I've quickly unwrapped, put the chairs in, put some little bits of vases and that on there. But what's thrown me is the pendant lights. They're centered to the room, but it feels like it should be further to the right, but then it is centered with the door. I don't know if it's just my eyes, but I also wish, I said this from the beginning, as soon as we walked in, these are too far apart, so they don't hang perfectly over the table. So I was waiting to see how long the table would be, but they're so far apart, it really annoys me. So definitely want to change these, because they should be hanging low above the table, but I'm not sure what we can do there, unless there's like a light you can have from here and here that connects, that hangs low, something like that. But it's totally off. It needs to change. My goodness, it is all happening today. My nails done, a little refresh, and obviously the dining table came, and the grass for outside has came. The slabs are coming. I have been to Duntarvie Castle and set up my little stall for the day, for the open weekend, and now my wall lights have arrived. So I'm hopping we could get these up before I leave tomorrow, because I'm very excited to see what these look like and see what kind of colour they are. So I'm not sure if I've mentioned these before, but these are basically just like battery wall lights. I didn't want to faff around with like wiring cables and stuff like that. So basically these are rechargeable bulbs and they last, I believe, 40 hours. And then you put them in and you get this little remote that you just turn them on and off rather than a switch. So I mean, it sounds pretty good to me. I'm hoping it's going to be easy peasy plain sailing. So it comes with all the fixtures. These are the actual like tops of them, and they should be a lovely brassy colour, which they are. So they're all this really nice kind of antique-y brass which will match the curtain pole, and they're just going to sit either side of the picture frame in the living room. So if we get them up before I leave, then I'll show you. We've got it. So basically this back bit will come off, we'll secure that to the wall, and then this plate will get attached via these little screws. This is the bit that I was missing. This just screws on. The long pole goes on the bottom, this goes on top, it all needs to be tightened, and then that'll sit on the top. And there we have my wall light. I mean, 2 of these were 80 quid. And I think the quality is great. They look great, they're nice and large, easy installation, rechargeable bulbs. I can't wait to see them up. So this is where they will be situated, in that little panelling cove, and I think they look fantastic. So there'll be one over there and one over here. I am obsessed. Of course I'm obsessed. Anyway, I feel like I've just been all over the place this week, which is a true representation of how life has been. So yeah, then I'm going to finish this vlog here. I was to go away tomorrow, so I need to wrap this up. Cole's just licking the couch. Why are you licking the couch? Yeah, finish off bits of work, finish off packing, and I'll maybe see you in sunny Del Spain, depending if I feel like vlogging or not. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed catching up and hearing me explain what has been going on. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.